lot in Europe, working with traditional oil-based products, which began to have an impact on my health, which is one of the reasons that I started Quiet Home Paints. The first reason, though, was as someone who was choosing colors for clients, I found the palettes, the traditional palettes, and the Fandex to be so confusing, so many colors to choose from. And over the 20-something years I was doing it, I realized I sort of always selected from the middle of the deck, unless I wanted a point of impact, and then it was at the bottom of the deck, or I wanted a ceiling color, and then it was at the top of the deck. So about 6 years ago, I started with a nursery collection called the Quiet Nursery Collection, and did a few different palettes of colors I created that were curated to be able to work in groups together, and we only have 2 whites to choose from. Because one of the things about color is you always look at color in relation to color, so, and that's why I'm going to make you guys walk around with me. So when you hold a color next to a bright white, it will feel more saturated and much more color, and if you put it next to a warmer white, it changes the tone of the color too. So this is my daughter Andrea, who is my partner.
Hi.
She had gone to school as a studio arts major and got stuck in the biotech world and ran away to San Francisco. Which seems pretty consistent with what they're doing here, is keep my larger pieces usually in a solid. It doesn't mean that they can't have a lot of color, but if your large field is a solid, it allows you to play with the smaller pieces like the chairs or pillows, and it's much easier to change the feel of a sofa just by changing your pillows. So what I wanted to do was just a quick exercise of what this sofa looks like with different fabrics that pull out different colors in it. If these were the pillows, it changes the way the sofa looks completely than if you put something like this, which has contrasting colors. So if you can imagine this sofa and you want the room to be really calm, you might go with something like that. Work as your background color in some soft neutrals behind this, which, because the background is lighter than this really saturated color, the sofa gets pulled into the room. If you want to pull out some of the other colors in this, that's not quite right, but again, your deeper tone in the furniture is in the forefront of the room. There's a fabric here I just loved because it let me really manipulate what was going on with the sofa. This one, so this changes even though it's still in the same tones because the colors are very clear tone. You can see it probably in your way.
Oh, I like that one.
You like this one? Maybe I'll hold it up for you. Okay, so this one, I don't have any blues that are right, but if you can picture a room with this really beautiful saturated sort of tone on tone, it completely changes the sofa from when you're working in these soft colors. So, and because these are in the same weight, the sofa sort of recedes back into the wall. So you get this really rich, wonderful, saturated look. Same sofa, change out your pillows. I just, well, I've moved a lot over the last 4 years, but I've been lucky that my last 3 homes have all been shot by one magazine, and I have the same couch that I've had in all of them. So I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to make this look different? And I just went through, changed the pillows, changed the rug, and it's been the same photographer. He was like, also on this beautiful sofa, bring in colors that had high contrast colors in them, and that changes the room completely too. Just by bringing in these colors, you could get really bold. I probably wouldn't, but somebody might. This is, I actually had my office painted this color. I don't like the color pink, but I did it as a reaction to I don't know what. But this sofa could sit in front of this, and again, then the sofa is a deeper color, but you're almost the same weight behind it, and it lets the sofa not recede quite as much, but it's not intruding into the room as much as if it was on a light color fun fabric because if we work not with the sofa but just with the fabric, depending on what we put in front of it, it completely changes what you see in the fabric. You know, now you see orange, whereas when you have the pink in front of it, the predominant color is pink. And you can calm it back down again. Let's see, well, a nice sunny yellow, and then the fabric changes again completely. So the nice thing about paint is in a design project, paint, gosh, the cost of paint is I think like 5% of the project usually. So, and especially if you're doing it yourself, you get maximum impact for really small money. So, okay. Melon? Okay, we'll call it salmon. I know.
Salmon.
That's the other thing, the language of color is,
I know, sometimes it's very confusing, you don't know what the heck it is.
and a client will, you know, say, you know, I want a red room, but they don't mean red at all. So that's probably the biggest part of my job is trying to people, marriage counseling first. And then trying to figure out really what they mean when they're talking to me. So, and I love how when I walked in and I saw these colors together on this sofa, this is actually not a combination I would have thought of, but it's really beautiful in here. But again, this is such an impactful color on its own. I didn't find a fabric to work this way, but I sort of was picturing it in my house in front of a deep turquoise wall and finding just the right fabric to do that coral and turquoise look together. But I also thought to be able to bring a gray in, and this is Fedora, this is another one of our new colors, but to picture what this sofa does sitting in front of a really good, deep, taupey gray and getting the right accent colors in it to make